Assalamu alaikum dear students. I hope so you all are fine. I'm your chemistry teacher Sundar Sanif, and today I will teach you chapter 4 structure of molecules, and it's our revision lesson, so we have to revise the topic ionic bond and covalent bond. So first of all, for today, learning objectives. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to understand ionic bond, covalent bond, different types of covalent bond.
Ionic bonding involves the transfer of valence electrons, attraction between a cation and an anion. What is cation? Positively charged ion, usually metals, and what are anions? Negatively charged ions, usually non-metals. So whenever there is ionic bond, it involves the complete transfer of valence electrons, not the inner electrons. The loss and the gain of electron will be from the valence shell. Only valence shell electron will contribute in the transfer of electrons, and usually there will be an attraction between cation and anion. What does this cation means? Whenever any atom will lose electron, it will be positively charged, and positively charged ion is called as cation. Usually they may be metals. On the other hand, negatively charged ions are called as anions. Usually these are non-metals. Ionic bonding. Students, let's take an example of NaCl. As you know that in case of NaCl, sodium has atomic number 11, whereas chlorine has atomic number 17. For sodium, first shell will contain 2 electrons, second will contain 8 electrons, and here there will be 1 electron in the outermost shell. On the other hand, for chlorine, first shell will contain 2 electrons, second shell will contain 8 electrons, and last shell will contain 7 electrons. So there is 1 electron in the outermost shell of sodium and 7 electrons in the outermost shell of chlorine. So what will happen? This sodium will lose its electron, and this electron will transfer from sodium towards chlorine. Okay, sodium will lose its 1 electron and chlorine will gain that 1 electron. Why only sodium will lose the electron? Because it is impossible for chlorine to lose 7 electrons. So it is easy for sodium to lose only 1 electron. So when sodium will lose its electron and chlorine will gain that electron, what will happen? By the loss of electron, sodium will get positive charge, and by the gain of electron, chlorine will get negative charge. So this is how sodium will form a cation and chlorine will form an anion. This is the transfer of electrons from sodium towards chlorine, and such type of bonding in which there is a transfer of electrons from one atom towards the other atom, it is called as ionic bond. Transfer of an electron from sodium to chlorine. As I told you students that sodium has atomic number 11, whereas chlorine has atomic number 17. So now what will be the electronic configuration for sodium and chlorine? Crosses represents the electrons of sodium, whereas dot represents the electrons of chlorine. For example, there are 11 electrons in the atom of sodium. So first shell will contain 2 electrons, second shell will contain 8 electrons, and last shell will have only 1 electron. On the other hand, chlorine first shell will have 2 electrons, second 8 electrons, and the last or the valence shell it will have 7 electron in its structure. This is not possible for chlorine to lose its 7 electrons, so it will be easy for sodium to lose its one and only electron which is present in the outermost shell. So when sodium will lose its 1 electron to the chlorine, this shell will be finished. Why? Because there is no more electron now in this shell. Now sodium is stable because it is having 8 electrons in the outermost shell. On the other hand, chlorine, which was having 7 electrons, it will gain 1 electron from the sodium, and now it has 8 electrons in the outermost shell. Now by the transfer of electrons from sodium towards chlorine, both these atoms will become stable. Sodium will get positive charge and chlorine will get negative charge. Why sodium will get positive charge? Because it is losing electron. On the other hand, chlorine will get negative charge. And why it will get negative charge? Because it is gaining that electron. So this is how ionic bonding will occur between sodium and chlorine. Electron given by sodium. So here these red dot represents the electrons of sodium, whereas these black dots represents the electrons of chlorine. This red dot represents that this is not actually belongs with chlorine. This electron is transferred by sodium. So this is how ionic bond is formed between sodium and chlorine. How do covalent bond forms? Two atoms share 2 electrons to complete their outer shell. 1 electron comes from each atom, can be single, double or triple. So students, a covalent bond may be of single, double or triple bond. If there is the sharing of 1 electron from both sides, it is called as single covalent bond. If there is a sharing of 2 electrons from both sides, it is called as double covalent bond. Whereas if there is a sharing of 3 electrons from the both atoms, it is called as triple covalent bond. So actually covalent bond is all about the sharing of electrons. And which electrons? The outermost electrons. We are not talking about the inner electrons. Sharing will always occur from the outermost shell of an atom. So 1 electron will come from one atom and 1 electron will come from the other atom. But if there is two more possibilities, that if 2 electron will come from each atom, double covalent bond is formed, and if 3 electron will come from each atom, triple covalent bond is formed. So let's discuss single, double and triple covalent bond in detail. Types of covalent bond. Here are 3 types of covalent bond: single covalent bond, double covalent bond, triple covalent bond. Single covalent bond is formed by the sharing of 1 electron pair, means 1 electron from each side. So H2 is the example of single covalent bond. Double covalent bond is actually formed by the sharing of 2 electrons from each side, and triple covalent bond is formed by the sharing of 3 electrons from both atoms, so that 3 electron pairs can be formed. So this is how single, double and triple covalent bond is formed. Single covalent bond. Single covalent bond is formed by the sharing of 1 electron from each side, or we can also define it as the covalent bond which is formed by the sharing of 1 electron pair. It is called as single covalent bond. Like students, in this case you can see H2 is present. As you know that hydrogen atom, it has 1 electron in its outermost shell, and the second hydrogen atom, it also has 1 electron in the outermost shell. So both these will share their electron, and sharing of electron occurs in order to complete their duplet. Okay, so this is the bond pair which is formed by the sharing of electron. Another way to represent the hydrogen covalent bond is this. This single dash represents that here the single covalent bond is present. So what are the examples of single covalent bond? Hydrogen. And how can we define single covalent bond? The type of covalent bond which is formed by the sharing of 1 electron from each atom is called as single covalent bond. So what are the examples of single covalent bond? For example, students, if you have hydrogen, and you know that here is always 1 electron present in the outermost shell of hydrogen, plus chlorine, and you know that always 7 electrons are present in the outermost shell of chlorine. So these crosses represents the electrons of chlorine and dot represents the electrons of hydrogen. So what will happen whenever there is the bonding between HCl? What will happen? Always here is a sharing of 1 electron between hydrogen and chlorine. Okay, so these will remain as it is. So here the bonding will exist. Okay, so this is a single covalent bond. These crosses represents the electrons of chlorine, whereas this dot represents the electron of hydrogen. Keep this thing in your mind that this one which forms the bond, they are called bond pair, and these electrons which are spare electrons, actually they don't take part in chemical bonding, they are called as non-bonding electrons. So for example, in case of CH4, this is the structure for CH4. So what will happen? Here also all single covalent bond are present. So CH4 is also another example for single covalent bond. Double covalent bond. Double covalent bond is formed by the sharing of two electrons from each atom. For example, in case of O2, you know that one oxygen atom will have 6 electrons in the outermost shell, and the second oxygen atom will also have 6 electrons in the outermost shell. Both these oxygen atom wants to be stable, means they wants to have 8 electrons in the outermost shell. In order to be stable, both these oxygen atoms, they require 2 more electrons. So here the sharing of electron occurs, or we can also denote it like by putting 2 dashes between the oxygen atoms. So double covalent bond is formed by the sharing of 2 electrons from each atom, or we can also define it that the type of covalent bond which is formed by the sharing of 2 electron pairs. I'm repeating, by the sharing of 2 electron pairs, and one pair will have 2 electrons. Okay, it is called as double covalent bond. So what are the examples of double covalent bond? For example, if you have carbon dioxide, and you know that carbon dioxide formula is CO2. So I'm going to put the electrons of carbon and oxygen, and you know that carbon atom will have 4 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay, and whereas oxygen atom will have 6 electrons in the outermost shell. I'm talking about both oxygens. Okay, so this oxygen will also have 6 electrons in the outermost shell. So what will happen? This will share, forming a bond. These 2 electrons will be shared, forming a bond. These 2 electrons will be shared, these also form a bond, and these 2 electrons will be shared and they form a bond. So this is how we can write it as, always there is a double bond between carbon and oxygen. Okay, so these represents the double bond. So the double bond is formed by the sharing of 2 electrons from each side. This is another example of double covalent bond. Triple covalent bond. Triple covalent bond is formed by the sharing of 3 electrons from each side. For example, in this case, nitrogen. Nitrogen is having 5 electrons in the outermost shell, and both these nitrogen require 3 more electrons to complete the octet. So in order to complete the octet, they will share their electrons and they will form triple covalent bond. Triple covalent bond can be defined as the type of covalent bond which is formed by the sharing of 3 electrons from each side is called as triple covalent bond, or we can also define it as triple covalent bond is formed by the sharing of 3 electron pairs. Student, I am taking the name of these pair. Keep this thing in your mind that one pair will contain 2 electrons and 3 pairs means 6 electrons. Okay, so what are the examples for triple covalent bond? For example, if you have CH triple bond CH, this is the example of triple covalent bond. Or if you have HCN and you know that HCN is having this structure, and you know that oxygen is hydrogen is having 1 electron in its outermost shell, and nitrogen is having 5 electrons in the outermost shell. On the other hand, carbon will have 4 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay, so here the triple covalent bond exists.
So students, here is your homework, and your question number 1 is define ionic bond, and second question is what are different types of covalent bond. You have to write the answers of these questions on your notebooks. Okay, this was all about today's lecture. Still, if you have any question or any query, you can ask me during our Zoom session. Okay, I will clear your concepts by using video slides and by using whiteboard. Till that, take good care of yourself and everyone else around you. Best of luck. Allah Hafiz.